Page 152, bells on a G scale. This is another 3-minute technique. We're using the G scale here. Don't care for their fingering at all, but we'll talk about it. If you look at it, take both hands together. You're starting here, 4th finger, left hand, and then the right hand comes in here. So you're in this position. Remember, there's F sharps in here, so you got to include the F sharp in the position. So it's here. They're all quarter notes. Now watch out, measure 5, it skips notes. Get the idea? Let's go down to the bottom. Last line, measure 11, you're here. For the first note with the left hand, and the right hand it's going to play it here. Just bring the right hand down and have it ready so that when it's time, your left hand gets out of the way. And then the left hand goes down. And then the G chord and another G chord. The left hand's tied, hold it down and just move the right hand up. That's the way that works. Now this idea of using 4 notes with each hand, 4, it's tetra is the word. Tetra means 4. These are tetra chords or 4-note chords. And John Thompson and at least one other method book uses tetra chords to teach the scales. But what they do is they leave out the thumbs. So you're just using these 4 fingers. And they would do here and here. And the thumbs would stay out of the way. Finger it, and you can finger this that way if you wanted to. That way. When I was little, my teacher used the John Thompson method books, and that's the ones I went through. And it thoroughly messed me up learning scales with the tetrachords. Thoroughly messed me up. And so I'm very much opposed to them. I don't use them, I don't teach them, but you may run across them, you may hear somebody talking about them, whatever, so at least you know a little bit about what they're doing. Here, rather than this fingering, they're using the thumbs here. It doesn't matter, it's still a tetrachord. You're using 4 notes, because in a scale there's from the octave C to C, there's 8 notes. And so it just works out nicely, 4 in each hand. But I don't recommend it. Now they've added pedal, that's the bells. The bells just ring out. Well, let's talk about the pedal, because you're not holding it down for the whole thing. At the beginning, we're going to push the note and then the pedal. And we're going to hold the pedal down as we play all these notes all the way through till measure 5, 6 actually. Right there. Now measure 6. When I play the A, right after I play the A, I lift the pedal up. So to demonstrate that again, measures 5 and 6, we're here. Right here. Lift it up. And then after I play the note of measure 7, I'll put it down after it. And then lift it up, it comes up right after I play the note, measures 8, and then go down again on measure 9 after I play the note. See, the pedal is lagging behind the fingers and the hands. It's behind them, it's not with them, it's behind them. With them is a different pedaling technique. We'll get to that later. Just get this one down for now. This is the most common use, so let's get this one down. And then at the end, measure 11, you lift the pedal up right after you play the F sharp. And you don't use it again until the last 2 measures. Play the chord, then the pedal. Leave it down. And at the end, the hands and the pedal come up together. Here, at the end of 4 counts. That's the pedaling. Now, articulation. I should have talked about articulation earlier. You have accents. There's different ways of interpreting accented notes. When you have a series of notes all accented, you give them a little extra oomph. That's fine. On a piano, that's all we can do. But a lot of people, when they play these, they will separate the notes because it helps to bring out the accent, in theory. So rather than this, you notice I'm dropping the wrist on each one. Well, they'll separate them. Measure 5, then these aren't. So do the slurs. on measure 9, look out. See, they're not accented here, they're slurred, and it's just 4-note slurred. Here. So I'm lifting up between each slur. The pedal covers a lot of that up, but it doesn't matter. You still do it with the hands. So at the beginning, even though the pedal's down, I'm still going to do this. And then clamps the wrist with each one. So forth. Dynamics is basically loud for the first 2 lines, and then at the end of the second line you get softer, and then you're soft. And then you get louder, moderately loud at the end, louder, loud, then moderately loud, and soft. Here. So do the dynamics, they add a little bit to it. And speed-wise, I think about as fast as I was going. It's the flow of the piece, it's not the speed of the beat. The flow needs to just be in the middle somewhere. It's not fast or slow. I think that's about, to me, that's close enough. And that's the piece. Let's go ahead and do it together. Double check our notes. The rhythm shouldn't be a problem. They're all quarter notes, but let's just play it together. So I'll give us 4 counts. Let's try it together slowly. 1, 2, ready, go. 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, off.